Hey guys, today I want to talk to you guys about the newest Hypertalk episode, which is the future of the next 2-3 months of Etheria restart. I've already watched the video and I gotta say, it's actually not that bad. A lot of good information, and let's talk about the important stuff of the video. We can skip through the stuff that are not so important. So first we got a Lily skin. So if you get plat in RTA, which I would say is not exactly very difficult, you're gonna get a very nice Lily skin, and she is one of the most popular animals in the game. So you can probably enjoy seeing her in action in your guild, RTA, and PvE because she works in every single content in the game, which is pretty amazing. And I hope that they keep making new good skin that they can sell to us as well to make money so that the game can keep going for longer instead of relying on pay to win mechanics. And next up, let's check out the trailer for the new season.
Of the winter crown sounds its call. Some have been poised for this moment,
Ooh,
waiting
new
to
animus.
reclaim the throne. Others thought victory was guaranteed, yet were unaware they had already been outsmarted.
So for this PV in particular, I really wish that they would at least change the facial expression a little bit because it looks very funny.
The winter battlefield is charged with uncertainty and unforeseen variables. No one can claim an unassailable fortress. No one can simply pluck this rhyme tiara. This grand spectacle is never short of stories. Let's take a bet. This time, who do you believe will stand in the final? Fiamelia?
So from that, we can see that we are getting 6 new animus, which are going to happen in the next 2 months, 3 months-ish kind of thing. And we have already seen some skill of these animals as well. They're going to be pretty strong. And that's going to be sort of the theme of the new season. And the new LD might or might not be the strongest character every new season, because that is what we've been seeing for the past season, which is new LD coming out, define the entire meta really, really strong. But the good thing about this game is that you kind of don't have to pray they're going to get the character. You will get the character. Whether you can build them is a different story. We also have a new Battlefield skin, which is really cool. They are making new Battlefield all the time and also reusing assets from other part of the game to make it the PvP skin for the Battlefield, which is amazing. I really like this. I don't understand who made the decisions to sell the previous one for $50. Still mind-blowing to me. But the one that they've been coming out with, and they're making new ones in the future, they all look pretty good, and you can get them for free, which is really amazing.
Grand looking arena. Besides the arena outfit,
also, as you can see that we are getting like real skin slowly, which is really amazing, instead of just like the cheap recolor that we have been getting for the longest time since the game launch. So I hope that this kind of stuff will happen for every other character as well, so that they can legitimately make money without pissing everybody off, which is really important.
there are also matching Chakuring outfits and Hyperlinker outfits. Let's give everyone a quick look. We have the Frost Knight Chaku outfit, along with the Snowveil Resolve and Winter Blossom Hyperlinker loungewear.
This loungewear set is just too beautiful.
I agree, but I also don't really care. I'm sorry. Okay, I just can't bring myself to care about that. So we're going to get a login bonus, and the Quantum Cipher box is going to be a box that they have like 3 different SSR in there you can choose, which means they're giving you like a mini selector. But if you already have the character, then it doesn't really matter. I hope one of them is going to be like Nahor, for example, so people can have more option, because a lot of people kind of skip out on Nahor when he came out because he was kind of bad, but now he's really good. All right, now let's take a look at the new animus that are coming to the game.
Have a drink in the faltering district. But it seems you're the one.
Yo, that size is pretty it's pretty crazy. But then the in-game model might not be as good.
Showing no respect.
Stop her! Don't let her in!
Whoa.
Closed isn't a good enough reason to turn away a guest. I'll give you one last chance. Tell me. Where?
I feel like this is a very common trope in nowadays gacha game. It's just like whip me mommy kind of vibe. And I'm glad that actual animation is back instead of just PNG flowing around for new characters.
Is Santique.
Report. First assault team has sealed all exits of the bar.
Report. Second assault team has confirmed the target's position. Closing in now.
Looks like my
Is that a tongue?
performance has drawn some special guests.
The show's over. Santique, surrender and confess your crimes.
You really think you can take me?
The thing about these cool animation is that there's no lore master in this game. There is no real lores anymore, unfortunately, because there's no story update. The casual player base, if you guys are still here, I really hope they give you guys some sort of story update. Like, personally, I don't really care, right? To me, this is pretty cool. Wow, animation, like, cool. I don't really care about the story. But for those who care, then they really want to know, like, why are these people fighting? What is this guy doing? Who is she? Which faction? What does she do in the whole storyline? Whatever, right? But in this game, most people don't really care, unfortunately. And the dev, it seems they also don't really care about the story, of course.
Lowen is a defense-based damage dealer centered around the special effect Exaltation. By casting her ultimate, Lowen applies Exaltation to an enemy animus, causing them to be struck by her skill 1 after every action, while greatly reducing the damage they deal to her. Her skill 2 inflicts decreased attack and decreased speed on all enemy animus, dealing heavy damage to those affected by Exaltation. Combined with the taunt effect from her skill 1, Lowen can effectively suppress the enemy's main damage dealers, exerting strong control on the battlefield. Skill 1.
But who actually use attack scaling damage? It's all HP and defense, man, honestly.
Deals damage to a single enemy based on Lowen's defense, with a chance to apply taunt for 1 turn. If the target's affected by Exaltation, the attack will always hit and advance Lowen.
What does it mean by the attack will always hit? I don't get it for this part in particular. Like, the debuff always hit? Because there's no missing in this game, right?
Turn meter. Exclusive effect, Exaltation. Enemies affected by Exaltation deal reduced damage to Lowen, and any debuffs they attempt to apply to her are automatically resisted. After each of their actions, Lowen will immediately counterattack with skill 1. Skill 2 deals
So she's immune to one of the enemy So let's say she put that exaltation on Rahul or Holden, then they cannot defense break her, which is very important as a defense scaling damage dealer.
Defense-based damage to all enemies, applying decreased attack and decreased speed for 2 turns. If the target is under exaltation, the attack always hits and deals increased damage. Ultimate unleashes multiple defense-based attacks on a single enemy, dispelling buffs with each hit and applying taunt for 2 turns. The final strike always applies exaltation, and if
So I think from this description, which is kind of vague, she will always land that debuff no matter what, but she can also taunt for 2 turns. So when she land that, they will have to attack her, and then she attack them again with the skill 1 that can taunt them. So she keep taunting them. They can't debuff her, and she make them do shitty damage to her, which is really, really good.
a single enemy, dispelling buffs with each hit and applying taunt for 2 turns. The final strike always applies exaltation, and if the target already has exaltation, the damage is greatly increased.
Patient.
I think she's gonna be a nightmare for Bruiser Mirror, because when you fight her as a solo bruiser single target thing, she can slow your healers with an AoE, and then she can lock down your solo DPS. So if you are the kind of person that like to pick a single bruiser DPS and then she locked that unit down, that might be pretty bad for you. Next up, we got Santic.
Santic is a support type animus built around critical strikes.
Okay.
Its exclusive passive allows any ally who lands a critical hit to recover HP based on their damage dealt, while increasing the crit damage of all allies. Its skill 2 extends the cooldown of all enemy animus and shell abilities, applying decreased crit and decreased effect accuracy. Santic's ultimate cleanses debuffs from all allies, grants increased crit and increased crit damage, and immediately grants him an extra turn. In prolonged battles, he greatly improves team sustain while continuously boosting the team's overall damage output. Skill 1 deals damage to a single enemy and cleanses debuffs from the ally with the most debuffs.
Much
If the
cleansing!
attack crits, the number of debuffs cleansed increases. Exclusive passive. Whenever an ally lands a critical hit, they recover HP based on the damage dealt, and
That's
all
pretty good,
allies
though.
gain a permanent increase to crit damage.
Ooh.
Skill 2 deals damage to all enemies, increases their animus and shell skill cooldowns, and applies decreased crit and decreased effect accuracy. Ultimate cleanses all debuffs from allies, implies increased crit and increased crit damage, and immediately grants Santic an extra turn.
New here. Hope you've got guts.
So I think this guy is actually a very good support animus that you can play in turn 1 or turn 2. As a turn 1, you can go crit rate, crit damage buff, and then you extend animus skill and shell, which is very important. So you counter Amber, you counter Alicorn, and you can allow your damage dealer to hit through Amber and, for example, Messiah to kill them through Amber pretty much immediately, which is kind of crazy as a turn 1 buffer. And then for turn 2, he has AoE full cleanse, his skill 1 also cleanse. He also reduced the enemy effect accuracy, which allowed him to miss debuff. So he can be on Alicorn to deal with like AoE debuffer, which can also be really, really annoying. I think the trend for the dev team is they try to make new animus usable for both playstyle. For example, Raymary, for example, the newest, what do you call it? Knitting? They are Nevet. They are always kind of like in between playstyle. You can use them here, that you can use them there, which is great. You know, as a CC player, I can already see myself missing debuff on this guy. He alicorn himself, cleansed the entire team. I quit the game pretty much immediately. Or I can also use him, extend enemy Amber and alicorn shell, and then control them properly. And then I can do more damage with the crit buff, which is pretty amazing. I can heal myself as well. I'm not sure if CC unit can actually do damage with crit though, but it is a buff, right? It can also help buff things like Lilium, and he can be a PvE buffer as well, because there are so many content that require you to build different kind of thing. The buff that this guy can bring to the table is going to be great for PvE. I actually like this guy more than I like the chick, even though she is supposedly the LD SSR that is going to be very good in Bruiser RTA. But then I don't find myself really looking forward to this character in particular. She has AoE slow and she has single target taunt, which is like okay. But I don't think she's gonna be like that good though. I think this guy is gonna be much better for like turn one playstyle or like control playstyle, and I can actually put him into my team. Man, I wish they just switched skill set. God damn it, because she looks pretty cool though. Like she got that typical mommy vibe to this character, and I want to build her. But then, if I want to win, I want to build this guy, and you can only build like one character unless you spend money in the game a whole lot. And you can build two character all the time, but you have to like make a choice in between these characters. Unfortunately,
Guts. When I plug in the speakers, rush.
On the calendar, you can see the specific implementation.
We're going to reveal the update calendar for
this part is something that next up is going to be something that I asked them since the first month of the game, which is to tell us what the fuck is happening with the game on a calendar so we can plan ahead and all that kind of stuff, because gacha player love to plan ahead, love to have foresight for events so they can plan the resources around, because this game or most gacha game are pretty much resource management simulator, and the calendar that they do is really, really cool.
the remaining animuses in SS2.
Let me see. On the calendar, you can see the specific implementation dates for the other characters that appeared in the season promotional video.
That's right. On December 25th, 2 more animuses will be joining the world of Etheria. The first one is from the Astral Union, the Noble and Holy Palin. And the second one is the Executive Secretary to the Acting President of Hydra Bank, Sanyu.
Besides them, I also see there's an extra Affinity Animus coming in January 2026.
Correct. This animus is one of the 10 top managers at Hydra Bank. Cold, elegant, and aloof. She's Fiamelia. For more spoilers on these animuses, please pay close attention to the Etheria Restart community announcements the week before release.
Huh? Chris, I see on the calendar it also says 3 animuses will be awakened next week. What's that about?
Yep, Awakening is a new feature. We received a lot of feedback from hyperlinkers about non-SSR animuses.
So if you play Summoners War, this is 2A system, but for the SR character in this game. If you don't play Summoners War, they are trying to make the lower rarity character stronger so that you can also use them. And this is a very good and amazing free-to-play system that is in other games, and they're putting it in this game as well. So the SR character, which you can max dupe, you can build very, very easily, they will make them stronger, potentially on par with the SSR character, which is amazing.
Allowing non-SSR animuses to become even stronger. That seems pretty interesting.
To awaken an animus, hyperlinkers need to go to the Ability Awakening feature and select an animus that can be awakened. Completing their corresponding challenge will get materials needed to awaken the unit. Once the animus meets the awakening conditions, you will see an awakening enhancement tree in their prowess tab. You can use the awakening materials to light up this tree bit by bit.
Are they getting more stats though? Because the boot is speed stat. I wonder if they're getting more stats. So in other game, you'll get more stat, but you don't get more speed because speed is the most broken stat, right? But you get like more HP, more attack, more defense to be on par with SSR character, and maybe even more of the other stat, potentially, and your skill get better. But I don't know about the speed node though.
The enhancement tree provides so many buffs. It's comprehensive.
When the tree is completely lit up, the animus awakening will be complete. After an animus is awakened, besides changes to their base stats, their corresponding skill effects will also be strengthened.
I can't wait to make my animus stronger.
So I think the thing about SR and SSR in this game is SSR has more speed than SR because the stat you get from the progress for SSR is more. So even with higher base speed, the SR character, the lower rarity, will still naturally have like lower speed after you fully maxed out their progress. So in this, you can see that they're getting a bit more speed in the nodes. So I think each of these nodes will get them 1 more speed. So we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4. So they get 4 more speed because they get like 12 speed from progress. And I think the SSR get 15. So this might equalize the speed of the SR and SSR for these characters. And RC77 is one of the higher base speed character in the game, which will allow us to have a new high base speed contest unit, which is very cool. I really like the choices they have here because we have a buffer, which is neutral turn 1, turn 2. We have a CC debuff unit, and we have a healer cleanser unit. So they are trying to sort of give equal playing field even with the SR choices that they're doing here. And I can't wait to try out RC77 and maybe even Turandot.
SS2 season update, Turnodot, Sonya, and RC77, a total of 3 animuses will be able to undergo ability awakening. What's on the screen now are their corresponding awakening effects. In the November...
So for Turandot, they are improving her attack and defense buff. Her skill 3 have turn meter plus effect, so she can potentially be another buffer for PvP, especially in guild content. For example, you need another buffer for your cleave com, and you also have the dispel and turn meter reduction of the skill 2 can improve as well.
A total of 3 animuses will be able to...
For this guy, he will have debuff spread. Oh my god. That is like my favorite skill from the other game, because let's say I land stun on one of the unit, but I don't land stun on the other unit. I can use that skill 2 to spread it out, which is really important. And the skill 3 maybe more chance to land debuff, make it more consistent. And the skill 1, if the target has no dispellable buff, additional max HP will be removed when they try to cleanse. So this is to counter cleanse a little bit to allow you to do damage. So let's say you land 10 debuff on them, the Alicorn will cleanse 3. And if they don't cleanse the CC, they're still CC, which is really good. And they cleanse the other debuff. And they will lose HP when they cleanse, which is really, really good. This guy is probably going to be one of the key unit for CC playstyle, which I love. I really love doing that. This one also looks really strong. The skill 3 can cleanse. Oh my god, that is going to make Tiamat really, really strong as well. Because when I let this unit through with Tiamat, the skill 3 doesn't cleanse debuff, so she can heal. I don't really care. But that is a full cleanse, and that is crazy. The skill 2 will probably heal more, and the skill 1 will increase turn meter of ally animus affected by the all-powerful protection. So in the long game, where she can skill 3 all of the teammates, her skill 1 can increase turn meter of everybody. So for a long bruiser mirror battle, this unit is going to be a very volatile support, and I don't envy you guys, okay? That sounds like a nightmare to deal with. And we also have improvement to the shell system to help you guys get your desired shell a bit easier.
This event will help hyperlinkers to get shells that were originally harder to obtain the right matrix. Of course, besides this event, we are also continuously updating the shell system. In Season SS2, everyone will see this new content. First is the shell overhaul function. Before, it was difficult to get the shell you wanted, and it was also taking a lot of time and resources to craft shells. Because of this, we're adding another way for everyone to get their ideal shell faster. Hyperlinkers can now overhaul the matrix of a shell.
Is that a new icon, or is it a new effect?
Hyperlinkers can get these refining materials from the Grim Pursuit stages. Then use them to refine the shell whose matrix they want to change. In addition to altering the matrix...
Oh wow, you can get it from Green Pursuit stages, which means you can farm it, and you can refine the matrix to the one that you want, because you usually don't want Onslaught, you want Fury, and then you may not want Harvest, you want something else. And then you want Momentum, sometimes you want Kenai, sometimes you want like Swift Raid. So this will allow you to slowly farm towards your desired shell, which is very important because farming RNG is in every gacha game to artificially boost your playtime. But with this, after a lot of playtime, at least you get what you really want at the end of the day, which is very important. So hopefully this is gonna ease the shell farming, which is the most tedious shit in this game, and I love it.
Then use them to refine the shell whose matrix they want to change. In addition to altering the matrix, hyperlinkers can also obtain the specific passive modules from special passive module chests. These modules directly replace the shell's passive effects.
That's awesome.
You can buy the substat? Oh shit. Oh my god. You can just buy insight and speed and stuff like that? Wait, how do you get this chest? Is it an event? Is it in the shop? Oh my god. Being able to buy the substat is pretty crazy.
Module chests. These modules directly replace the shell's passive effects.
That's awesome. This will give hyperlinkers more chances to obtain the shell they need for various animus builds. Will these features be implemented with the update?
Because they said that the other one you can farm from Green Pursuit. They didn't say where you're going to get this one. They're probably going to give you in events and certain stuff like that. But they can also sell it for 20 bucks. Because this is crazy. The whales will buy all of this. Because who wants to farm this shit, right? If you can directly buy the substat that you need, Of course, I think that's going to be a range right there. They have to keep rebuying to get the maximum 20 speed. But to get 16, it's going to be pretty easy, huh? Wow. That is... I wonder how that's going to turn out. Yeah, hopefully you can get it free to play.
Builds. Will these features be implemented with the update at the start of SS2?
Of course. Besides functional updates, we've also created a system to add a little bit more fun to the game: shell projection. Hyperlinkers can go to the shell.
Oh, that looks so
screen and
pretty!
use the projection feature to change the appearance of legendary quality shells.
Oh my god, they could have sold this instead of Chaku Ring skin. Wow, that is actually really cool.
The items to change appearances are extra drops in the Grim Pursuit stages.
Wait, you farm them? It's like shiny Pokemon? Oh my god. Wow, that is so cool.
On top of the original shell and material drops. And every legendary quality shell will have at least one corresponding projection item. Projection items will be automatically returned to the Hyperlinker's inventory when the shell is inherited or salvaged, so you can use them without worry.
That was a lot of talking.
But I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I play this game on my phone. I know, crazy. And it's really hard to see what the fuck people are using sometimes because the camera slowly move and then sometimes the UI block the shell enemy is using. I don't know, it's Codex or Jackal. And with this, you can't even tell clearly because usually I also depend on the color scheme. Is it like a black shell? Is it like Codex? If it's like a green one or blue one, it's something. But if everything looks black now, but still, this is very, very cool though. I wish there's an easier way when I play RTA on my phone for me to see what the hell people are using sometimes.
Let's take a short breather. We have a special gift code that is on the screen right now.
10
Write it down
summon.
and redeem it in-game. Now, let's get back to the program. Chris,
Damn. I couldn't even breathe, bro. Relax. Bro said, let's take a breather. Couldn't even breathe.
I'm gonna introduce some more new content.
Alright, let's talk about something that will get everyone excited. In the past, our limited time events like Blessings Galore and Wishbinder Gift were only announced the week they started. However, I will reveal the complete calendar for...
Oh my god. Finally. Oh my god. Thank you. So you can see that everything here are not exactly like unique events. It is just time-gated resource farming in this game. Okay, there's no like limited theme event. It is pretty much the same thing, recycle over and over again. So to me, this is like time-gated farming content. Like you farm the skill up in Dazzler Pool, in what do you call that? The Dreamscape thingy, and then Cage Rumble, Infinity Train is good for other things, for example. And something give you a lot of gems, something give you a lot of summon. So pretty much this is like the timetable for different farming routine. Etheria waiting.
season SS2 right now.
Wow.
I like this
what a
one though.
clear
It's
event
really good.
calendar. You can see the dates for every
We can also see rerun of Messiah, rerun of Fuchu, maybe rerun of Nahor.
single upcoming event.
That's right. With this event calendar, hyperlinkers can properly manage their game time and account resources. Hyperlinkers can also view this calendar in-game under the events section.
Season SS2 will continue all the way into 2026. We're going to celebrate the new year with all the hyperlinkers.
Yes, so we've also prepared a New Year's event, running from the end of December to the beginning of January 2026. During the event, hyperlinkers can complete a series of event missions and buy exclusive New Year's cosmetics in the shop. Please look forward to the official announcements for details. Yep, Chaku Treasure Hunt is a new limited time event. During the event, Chaku will open up his digital treasure trove. Hyperlinkers will be able to get a ton of enhancement materials from this event. Hyperlinkers can accumulate keys, confirm their reward items in the encrypted zone.
Is that a ton of enhancement? This looks like a ton to me.
And then use the multiplier keys in the cipher zone.
Ooh, oh, you can buy, I think that is the shell substat box. That's pretty cool. Perfect lattice, reroll stat dice, dupes. You know what? That's actually a lot of good stuff. I hope we can get our hands on most of the stuff in here.
To increase the number of rewards.
That sounds like an amazing event.
Besides daily events, we also want to try and bring a more relaxed and fun atmosphere to the Apex Arena. The dev team is currently preparing a limited Summit Arena event mode. Matches in this mode won't affect your ranked score, and you can complete your Battle Pass missions through this. The first phase of the event is expected to go live in the update at the end of December. In future events, the dev team will try to add more fun battlefield rules. In the November update, we implemented the Ethernet Rally raid function, which got great reviews. Next, we'll introduce more of the optimization content we'll be implementing in Season SS2.
Mode of Ember Trek. Hyperlinkers who have already cleared the regular stages can now claim rewards from the minor enemy levels, only needing to challenge the elite and boss stages.
Oh my
Next
god.
is a gameplay optimization.
Wow.
Phantom Theater will now support a quick complete function. Once the battle score reaches SSS, as long as both hyperlinkers agree, you can quickly end the battle and claim your rewards.
Wow.
It's great, I can finish my dailies much quicker.
Yes.
The Infinity Train feature will also be getting an auto-select card feature.
Wow.
On the first card selection screen, if you click auto select, the system will automatically select the highest rarity cards for you. This way, hyperlinkers can complete Infinity Train on auto without any extra operation.
Oh my
In the
god.
November update, we also launched the module Reforge function. While Reforge can reduce the farming grind, many hyperlinkers have said that the material sources were too limited. The dev team has been working on adding more ways to get materials, and there will be more places to get module Reforged materials at the start of Season SS.
Just make me get the material when I play anything in the game. That's like the easiest part, right? So I'm not forced to farm module outside of double drop, and I still get the event currency.
The dev team has optimized the module overhaul function. Now, after selecting your filter conditions for recycling, you can save these conditions as a template. You can even share these saved filter templates with other hyperlinkers. It's much more convenient.
This feature is still in development, but it will be added to the game with an
Please, please allow me to sell in like the repeat battle menu. When you see like that 10, 20 module after you farm, you can like and sell instantly. And then I restart my run.
update in the middle of SS2.
There's still one more feature related to gear, but it's still in development and will be online by the end of December. This is the new loadout folder saving function. After playing for so long, hyperlinkers have saved more and more loadouts. Sometimes you have to scroll for a long time to find one that you saved a while ago. With this loadout folder, you can customize your own loadout categories or name them after an animus to better organize all of your sets.
With this feature, I can finally clean up all of my loadout lists.
Next is an optimization for the enhancement screen. Many hyperlinkers gave feedback that while separating the white and green stat values on the animus screen is clear, it's a hassle to have to add them up yourself. Currently, we are preparing a button that will merge it and display the total value. Hyperlinkers can just click this button on the enhancement screen to combine the stats. This feature will be implemented right at the start of Season SS2. There's one more issue that hyperlinkers have brought up: post-battle statistics. The dev team has seen the feedback and are currently developing this feature. Because the amount of data we need to filter is quite large, it will still take some time before this feature is ready. Please keep an eye on our official news for the specific related updates.
In Season SS,
I don't know, what is that gonna be helpful for? I have no idea, okay? Like, which one does more damage? Which one heal more? Is that the purpose of that? I mean, if I get SSS or not, pretty much, right? I don't really care whether my Yelly or my Rosa did more damage.
one, the EWS came to China and Asia servers, holding the first ever Asia series. What new events will the EWS have?
Alright, so we previously shared early news about the EWS year-end finals, and today we are proud to announce that the 2025 Etheria World Summit Global Finals is scheduled to take place in February next year. The tournament will be held in 3 stages. First, all hyperlinkers will be eligible to sign up for the regional qualifiers, a closed elimination format that will be held during the RTA SS2 season. Players who advance from the qualifiers will enter the regional qualifier finals, where they will compete for a spot in the 3rd stage, the global offline finals. In February 2026, a total of the top 16 players from the global server, East Asia server, and Chinese server will gather in Shanghai to compete in the 2025 Etheria World Summit Global Finals. Alongside a generous prize pool, the world champion will also receive the highest honor of 2025, the opportunity to collaborate with the Etheria Restart development team to create an exclusive Emanator champion skin.
Exclusive Nahor. I probably won't even qualify for this thing, you know? I'm too noob at this. There are so many better players. But wow, that's like, is that a League of Legends kind of thing where the champion can decide, I want Victor to be the one getting new skin, even though nobody played the character, something like that.
What an incredible reward. We're truly excited to see what kind of champion skin the winner will design with the dev team. Hyperlinkers interested in the global finals, please follow our social media for any updates. Wow, that was quite the update from us. However, that's all the preview content we have for today. Etheria Restart Season SS2 Remade Tiara will be updated next week. For this,
I'm kind of sad that there's not a single mention about guild content, which is something that I really enjoy and I think will really help with player retention because people stay in the game because they are in a guild. They feel like they belong to a community, but the guild content just kind of suck balls. I don't know, man. Not a whole lot of guild activities in there to look forward to talk with your guildies about, all that kind of stuff. And there's not a single word about that. Not even like a hint of like, oh, it might be coming, you know, which kind of sucks. But other than that, I really like the calendar. I like the quality of life that we're getting. The new unit looks cool. Probably going to be really strong. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do. But I like the SR being stronger with Awaken system, which means they can also do that for all the SR in the future as well. Like, what do you call that? Obo getting an upgrade and Unbound Rin getting an upgrade. So like turn 1 SR character can be stronger, which is something that we can always look forward to every single new season. And I hope that the balance patch is going to be good because we don't know that. I like this a lot. Actually really enjoyed the new stuff that are coming. And I hope to see more, you know, like these quality of lives, like amazing. Like, oh my God, if these were in the game at the start, man, that'd be so good. But we don't have that. Overall, you know what? Pretty solid W video, to be honest. W communication. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the content of the new update in the comment section down below. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Balance patch coming very soon.